I don't want to be more than 3 hours in an airport, and I don't want to be searched every single time that I have to travel and ask my passport or my ID 5 or 6 times through my journey. So we believe that we can use the technology, such as biometrics, to help us to have a more efficient process, more seamless for the traveler, if we do this in conjunction, not only the governments but also the private sector, which means that today, if you travel, your information is provided from the airline to the country that you're arriving to, the advanced passenger manifesto, right, that they call it APS. In that information, they have your passport, they have your date of birth, they have some sort of information. But in reality, most of the governments, they don't know who's arriving until you're there. And at the end of the day, they keep asking you for your passport every single time. Then you go through security, you check, and of course immigrations and customs, which is not efficient. Now, we can use technology, and with biometrics, not only the governments can know exactly who's arriving, which will increase security, but at the same time, the officials, the experts in security, will spend their time with perhaps 5 or 3% of the passengers instead of the 100%, which means that the 95% or 97% are trusted travelers, and they can go to the airport and they know exactly who you are. So instead of spending 2 hours in your journey from the time that you arrive at the airport to the time that you leave, of course without considering the flight, you can spend 30 minutes or less. And that would allow, I believe, the airports and the airlines to be more efficient, to move the flights more easily. The passenger can have a seamless, better experience, but on top of everything, much more secure. So it's a win-win because the governments can have the security, the passenger can have a seamless experience, and we, the travel and tourism sector, can create the jobs needed. We just conducted a research recently. We estimated that between 7 and 19 million jobs can be created in the G20 economies if they implement biometrics in conjunction with the private sector. Because at the end of the day, it's not only also the airline or the travel through air, but what about by train or buses or cruises? It's exactly the same process. So if we use the technology, we all can benefit, and the traveler can have a better experience at the end of the day.